the new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Ready?
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Grabs them, closes the gap for the grab. Player one is in burnout, drives off the table. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Goes for the super art? Hold your breath. This is the range with this super art KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? He hits them with a stop and drop. Dashes up. Can't tech the throw. Jumps. Oh. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. A quick breather. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Buffs up. Drive gauge gap here. Gets a risky buff in. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Going in. Experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range.
Spinning bird kick!
Jumps. There's a change of size. Are we clutch anti-air? KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Too far for the excellent block. Barely blocks the jump in. Player one will look and whiff. They're wide open. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player one connects with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Looking for a chance. Throws them. Knockdown and anti-air in the clutch. So fast on the air throw. Player one is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Ooh, you clutch anti-air. Hooks them. This is going to deal some big damage. Getting in call on the drive rush. Slick overdrive Pinto there to call them out. Grabs them! What's next? Drives it back, misses. Noticeable life. Oh, it's enough? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Very solid tomahawk buster. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the counter in. Impressive reactions there. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Close them. What's next? Right lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart driving. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. The drive impact doesn't work. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Jumps it, sets up with the jump in. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Extra KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in,
comes a new challenger.
they're all fired up. We're almost underway.
All right, you ready?
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. The right idea, but whiffs the airflow. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player goes for the super arc? Goes for the aerial Kikosho! Fights out of the corner, got KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Nice block on the overhead. Hits with the overhead. Throws him. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Yo, put that away. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive movement. Finds the target. How will they utilize this? Player 1 holding on to that slick overdrive Kendo there to call them out. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Knockdown. Here comes the victim. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Oh, they switch sides. Player 1 can't over in a flash. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Hits them with a stop and drop. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Got their eye on the air. Gets them. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Impacts a no-go. Flash knuckle. Solid combo. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Player 2 chases him down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Connect, burnout activates. Perfect, uses the gauge for a super arc. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous drive rush to keep it going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Take the perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. It's time for both. Ooh! Brushes that off and keeps going. Launches with a Tenku kick. Ooh, what a smart throw. Low heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 2 goes airborne. Forward rush. All the throw connects. Shoots their shot. There's a drive impact. Noticeable life lead is a jump. Oh, yo, Rock super here. What were they thinking? There's a burnout. Player 2 denies the jump in. The big slamma jamma. Player 2 really had to fight for that.
One-on-one. Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What are they thinking here? Shows the overhead. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Okay, they trade hits. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Got their eye on the air. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive gauge. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Sort of a KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits them with a stop and bop. Combo with the target combo. Jumps in. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Grabs and throws them away. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Jumps? Getting it all on this level 2 super arm. That's not gonna hit. Uses the teleport. Nails the 3 bar. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Doesn't take the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Solid anti-air. By big time whip. A jump meets them air to air. Good judgment there. Where's the stuff willing to risk it for the overdrive? Okay, here we go. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player uses the teleport. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Lets loose a boom. Ooh, does them dirty. Throws them. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? I can't believe it. Turns out, Player 1 can't let this sip, and they are done. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. Jumps up. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They were looking up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. They are not afraid to let the overdrive arc fly. He digs in deep to get that drive in. 3-Bulk, hanging on for dear life. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely in there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Baits them and goes in for the hug. Departure set. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Uses the target combo as a filler. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Throwing some shade. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last round. It's now or never. Ooh, what a smart throw. Uses the teleport. Finds the target. Clutch, anti-air. Got him. Mix-up time. Connects with the throw. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 can't let this all in with a rush. Within with the throttle. Both sides getting ready. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? There's a burnout. Player breaks it. Burns out. Both of them, no hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW.
To action!
Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It is over. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Fools them and locks them in embrace. Throwing some shade. Uses the target combo as a filler. Got their eye on the air. Wow, shut down. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Throws them to negate the block. Burns the drive gauge. Parries the projectile. Grabs them. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? What'll happen here? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The impact doesn't do anything. Box them with the target combo. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side flip. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. 3-Bulk? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do? Hit the drive! Counters with amnesia. Nice read! Just go for it! Departure set. No way. No sign of running up from out the corner. Flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Getting it all on this level 2 super arm. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Nails the 3-Bulk. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? 3-Bulk. Player 1 needs to take advantage of the flow coming for you. Punish counter on reaction. Breaks it. Player 1 still fools them and locks them in embrace. What now? Perfectly executed. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.